Market update on the 17th. So I think that if you watched the video from earlier, we are completing a C wave here. The C wave would be about close to 10 points, same as the A wave. The B wave went from 408 to 415 after dropping back here to an expanded flat. And I think that we could see one more move lower to 403 maybe on Tuesday and then go higher, or it's ready to go higher right now. We'll see. One concern, and if you want more in depth, you can watch the video that I put out earlier. One concern is we did finish below the 20-day moving average for the first time since January 6th. So we'll see if that leads to more selling, but according to what I see on the chart, I think it can be similar to something like this. Right here, something like that. This wasn't necessarily a 5-wave move, but it closed below the 20-day moving average and we ended up going up higher. So it doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be selling if it closes below the 20, but it is more likely. So yeah, pretty much right here, closed below the 20, came up here, fake out, drop. So I think we're more likely to have a move like this though. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 420, probably sometime by early March. So next week's going to be 21st, and we would have, I don't even know how many days are in February, but let's see, February's got 28 this year. So 28 days, so we only got a week from Tuesday, and I think early March, maybe around, so maybe like 10 trading days, or maybe only, let's think about this, 4, 6, we're probably looking at like 9 trading days maybe to get up here to 420. If this is working out exactly how I think it's going to. So this whole move went from January 30th to, let's say, the 21st. That's about 22 days. So 11 days from there would be March 4th. So maybe March 4th we're around here and we get a 5-wave move right over here. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. And then after that, we have to reevaluate and see where it goes from there. Okay, Tesla. I think that this count, it keeps on extending. I think this count is valid too, except for I still don't like the second wave. It didn't come back to the 50% retracement, but we get 1, 2, and then we get this move right here, which, let's go down to lower time frames. So I think this is right here, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that could be debatable, but third wave right here, pullback, fourth wave right here. You can verify that with parallel lines. So we got 1, comes outside of there, fourth wave, and then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then some kind of extended fifth wave, it looks like right here, based on how far it's going up. So 1, 2, and then a third wave here, maybe fourth wave, fifth wave. Very extended, more than you would think, but that could potentially be the whole third wave. Pullback, fourth wave, and again, you can use parallel lines in this. Let's see if it actually works out. And so again, look at that. Barely comes outside the parallel line. Fourth wave. And then fifth wave. The question is, are we finished? The only problem with this is this looks like an ABC move to me. And this can't be a fourth wave. It's already gone past the 50% retracement. So I see this as ABC. And then, let's see if that makes sense actually. Maybe B is right here actually. It looks like it should be a 5-wave move though. Either way, I think it's an ABC move, not to go too in depth right now. So we get this move right here, which can be a 5-wave move. I think you could see 5 waves. And then we come back here with an ABC move. And basically, if we look at the daily time frame without going too far in depth on smaller time frames, where would our target be at based on the fourth wave being right here? Be looking at 242 to 256. But we have the 200-day moving average right here. It's got to get over that on the daily time frame at 224. And then where very likely spot for this to end up could be the 50-day moving average on the weekly time frame. So basically, we were just so oversold on Tesla that this move is pretty incredible, but it keeps on going and extending. So look for 224 probably minimum, I would say, especially if SPY melts up to 420, and then the 50-day moving average on the weekly around 240. Microsoft, it looks like it's still in a fourth wave. It is past the 0.38 fib though, so it get invalidated around 254. I'm expecting one more move higher still. We'll see if it gets all the way up to 292, but one more move higher, I would say. Apple, same thing. One more move higher to 162. Let's go over QQQ before Bitcoin. So QQQ finishes at 301. Zoom in a little bit. Same thing as SPY. It looks like a 5-wave move, but we'll see if the C wave of this whole move ends up being a 5-wave move. Again, this one's really weird, and it almost violates the rules of Elliott wave, but basically A, B, C. This would be a running flat, but a little bit more extreme than normal. Basically, this would go to the 0.61 fib, which it basically did, and went to the 0.78 fib, and then we get an expanded flat for this C wave right here, or the Y wave, I'm sorry. So we get A, B, C, like that. And that would hit the could potentially come all the way down here to 296, or anywhere between 298 and 296 for the 5th wave. So we'll see if we get that on Tuesday, but I would look for a little bit more downside before moving up higher, and I'd be looking for probably somewhere around 320 for the top. Bitcoin, I did a video on this the other day. It's in a 5th wave. Within that 5th wave, it might be, this could be a 4th wave, and it could be starting a 5th wave, or it's topped out right here. So either way, target would be up here at 25.7 to 26.8. And if it's already topped out, we're looking back here for a second wave between 22 and 19.1. So I'll be a buyer down here at 22 and 19.1. And I'm pretty sure this is the bottom right here. I don't see it going much lower than that. And if I'm wrong, I won't feel that bad about it, because 1920K is going to be a pretty good entry. That's pretty much it. Oh, dollar. Let's do dollar. This is the one part that's kind of shaky and makes me feel like there'd be more downside. The dollar. So we get the A wave, pullback B wave, and we're starting a C wave. Potentially already finished it. Be a short C wave though. If we go on lower time frames, I would say it looks like it's definitely not impulsive. It's an ABC move for sure. So potentially WXY. So if that's the case, we could see a correction back down, an ABC correction back down. Could be the top as well. You see this, and then we would see a move higher, maybe a 5-wave move, something like that. Or this is the top, and we see more downside. Zooming out on the daily time frame, let's look at where some supply zones are to get an idea of where a target would be for a pullback. Let's go to the weekly. So this is the most obvious one right here. I would say this is a pretty good supply zone right here. We've already hit it. The top of this is 105.67. If we break through that, then the next supply zone is all the way up here at 110.48 to 113.13. So I would say that they want to hold, bears want to hold 105.64. My target was 105.85, but again, if it's a WXY pattern, it's already hit this area and it could sell off more, or it could pull back ABC and then go higher. If it breaks through there, you never know. We could get a corrective move all the way up here to 113 to 110.50. So we'll have to watch that going forward, but it looks like it could potentially be finished for the WXY move and be ready to move lower for SPY to go higher. So that's pretty much it for the day. My last video went more in depth on this wave, so check that one out if you want more in depth on that. The reason why I have it marked that way, but basically B waves are usually longer in time length than A waves in zigzags and flats. So that's the reason it's labeled the way it is, and it makes a lot of sense. The parallel lines hit perfectly. So that's it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates every day after the market and during the market sometimes too. Have a good weekend. I'll probably put out some videos over the weekend before Tuesday.